Hello, race fans. Welcome to another episode of Short Track Guys Podcast, brought to you in part by Story Bleich Roofing. We've got you covered. Metal, slate, tile, asphalt, shingle, everything. We're locals you can trust. We're Story Bleich Roofing right here in Pensacola, Florida. Give them a call. I'm your host, Thomas Faddis, alongside Ted Baber. Ted Baber Video Productions. Jim Pokrant, driver of the 07 Can'tQuitFishing.com sportsman, is unavailable due to the holidays. He's got something going on. He will be back in the studio next week. But until then, Ted, it's just you and I, buddy.
We're just going to pick it up and run with it. That's all we're going to do.
Yeah, and there's not a whole lot going on with the Snowball Derby going on. Five Flag Speedway's office is closed until the 2nd of January.
Yes,
we do have some things we can throw out there. We had
one or two.
Yeah, big dirt late model race here this past couple of days that we'll get to in just a second.
Huge.
A lot of schedule changings, and a lot of schedules are coming out, and a lot of testing going on around the nation, getting ready for 2024.
Check your local listings.
Yeah, they're up everywhere. Yeah. And upcoming events, we've got the Tulsa Shootout, which we covered last year this time. That is at the SageNet Center in Tulsa, Oklahoma. That's coming up actually on the 26th. The racing will start on Thursday, the 28th. They got quite a bit of showing, and those guys will be back not too long after that in January for the Chili Bowl, the same SageNet Center there in Oklahoma. Big deal. 320 entries.
Oh, good Lord. And they got to whittle that down to 25, or is it, how many?
There won't be many.
No, not many at all. It's going to be quite the process. Kind of like what happens at the Derby every year. Just get cut down to nothing.
I did read that out of the 320 entries, there's only 2 of them so far that have won that event.
Well,
what they call the Golden Driller? Golden Driller.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, everybody's looking for it. Logan Seavey and Tanner Thorson, those guys will all be there. But I did read a comment. There was no Rico Abreu this year.
No, that's kind of unusual. I'm not sure what took place in that particular situation, but I know he's got a reason. Hopefully it's not anything too difficult.
No, it's probably sponsorship. Something may have fallen apart right at the last minute.
Right.
You usually see Rico Abreu and Kyle Larson. No mention of that. Maybe he's got some testing going on for Daytona. We're not sure. We will certainly keep our eyes out for that, let you up to date on that in the weeks coming. The Red Eye 50-50 down New Smyrna, the World Series of Asphalt Racing coming up. Not necessarily together. I think the World Series is in February, but the Red Eye 50-50, they got pros and supers and local racing down there. A lot of late model drivers coming down from the north.
Right, going to drag down maybe to be involved in that one, and that should be interesting to watch. And we'll look, and as usual, whenever we find out what's going on with that one, we'll bring you up to date with everything that did happen.
Yep. The 2023 Castrol Gateway Dirt Nationals, and this is a big dirt late model race at Gateway.
Yes.
There's an A-main, was a 40-lap A-main at the Dome. The America Center is a 5th mile dirt track inside.
Yeah. Talk about that. The definition of bouldering was what that was. And I think the wall got as much use and abuse as anything else because they were bouncing everywhere.
Yeah, there were car parts.
Yes,
there are more car parts in the track than there were fans watching it, if you can believe that. But they were using up the fence, that's for sure.
Yeah, I wonder if they made a stiffer right rear bumper, just kind of pull just use that as a berm in addition to the dirt, the wall as well, to keep it straight. And a lot of times it didn't work out, and there was no keeping it straight.
Well, one driver that it did work out for was an event that began with 120 dirt late models, and with Brandon Sheppard celebrating his first win of the one-of-a-kind race there at the Gateway Nationals. Brandon Sheppard, Ricky Thornton Jr. gave him all he could handle there, but just came up almost a second and a half behind, but they got into lap traffic. We watched the highlights before we went on. Mm-hmm. He almost came away with it.
He did. And the track was ridiculously rough, too. That was something we weren't expecting. They handled it kind of. I think they've got a shot. Somebody's got a unique shot. I think Brandon Sheppard with all 4 tires off the ground.
Yeah, that was coming. That was coming to the close too.
Yes.
I think they only had less than 10 laps to go, and they were trying to get around. And Ricky Thornton was coming at him, and just got into lap traffic and almost tried to do a little slide job with a lap or two to go, and didn't quite make it.
No, it kind of got a little bent out of shape on him, and he lost a little ground, and that was all she wrote.
Well, Brandon Shepard takes the money. Ricky Thornton Jr., Tanner English, Devin Morin, and Chris Simpson. Top five. Yeah, Tyler Erb, Freddie Carpenter, Mike Harrison in the top 8 there at 120 dirt late models, and they only ended up with that many left to go with a 40-lap A-main, which they call, you could say, a feature, but It's really an A-main Saturday night. But that was really, I guess, a Short Track Guys podcast race to begin getting close to 2024, but I don't know that there's really any more before the end of the year until we get to January.
No, I'm not aware of any, and that's where we could use a little help with our audience. Is if you have something coming up, let us know about it so we can try to get it on and feature it for you, and do a little something for you.
Yeah, there are some holes to fill, some gaps. We've got some news of some of the drivers that we've thrown around for. I guess going on 2.5, 3 years now. Most of them are just sticking on the wall, and we throw them weekly, from scheduling and new teams and testing and so forth. And I think there's a list in front of you. You can kind of start throwing them out there.
There's a few of them. One of them, the bigger ones, that somebody'd say, and I can tell you from experience, he's a really difficult guy to get an autograph from, because every year, and this kind of speaks to the people that are there at the track every year. I do a hard hat for charity, and I try to get all the drivers. If I can get all the drivers, I will auction it off, for charity. And, regardless of any of that, there is some charity here in Pensacola that's going to get some money this year. But one of them was, the tough guy was Noah Gregson. But I understand now that he's going to be joining Stuart Haas, running the number 10 Ford Mustang for Stuart Haas Racing during the 2024 season.
Nice.
One of many. I also have been made aware that Gavin Bichelle is going to be back with Rackley War in 2024, so that's going to be interesting. I mean, we've seen him racing here locally quite a bit, so that's two of several. We're going to Gio Ruggiero, I believe we have mentioned that he's going to be in the ARCA series, I believe.
ARCA series with the Venturini Motorsports. I think he's running 16 scheduled races, going to run full-time in the East Series, and then some select races for the National Series. So you look for Gio to further his resume with the Venturini Motorsports in the ARCA series this year. That's going to be, or 2024.
Right. Yeah. It's coming up. We have some more. We're just going to have to look around a little bit and find some other people to talk about, but I'm sure we will do that. There's other things that we can get involved in, and let's get into that just right about now.
Yeah. Congratulations to Max Cookson. That application that went in all the way to the top of the 2024 Colwickie Driver Development Program. I think he took home almost $55,000 in bonuses for that.
Wow.
So, and he had Bubba Pollard in a car up north, earlier in the season. And then he came down and tried his luck down here during the Derby week and made some noise a little bit. Brought a car down. I think he was with Wilson. I think he ran the 39 car with the Wilson stable. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was Wilson.
They didn't have the best of luck this year at the Derby because they kind of had to scramble a little bit to get into the race, but it all worked out for the best for them. Another name that we kick around quite a bit is Billy Van Meter. I understand he's going to be, he won the 2022 ASA CRA Super Series Rookie of the Year, and now he's going to be a full-time contestant in the ASA Stars National Tour. So that's going to work out well for him.
Awesome. Yeah, let's just looking at this. The JAGS CRA All-Star Tour schedules coming out. They got some big races. The ASA National Stars Tour, or the ASA Stars National Tour, coming out with their schedule. And their opener is in New Smyrna at Speed Weeks. That's back in February now. 9 nights of racing, and, the ground pounders coming down, and the 602 modifieds, and all the rest of them, the pros and the supers will be down there for, I guess they run 9 nights, but they run 6 or 7 of those 9 each of the classes. So it's a big deal if you go down there to New Smyrna in February for the All-Star, for the World Series of Asphalt Racing.
Right. That's something that's got to go on our dumpster list of things to get to. So
yeah, if we can get together and all get a week off and, we can gather, a van and take a bunch of people down and just kind of tailgate for the week and watch a bunch of racing. That would be...
That's going to be a logistical nightmare, I can guarantee.
That'll be in its dumpster by itself.
A dumpster fire. it's going to turn out to be. It's quite an adventure trying to get this band of merry guys to get together to do anything. Wednesday nights is fun enough, but hey, we got to get there, and we got to check out a lot more of the individual races that we've wanted to get to and just haven't yet.
Yeah, we can put it out there. If anybody's interested, we can put something together. We can rent.
Yeah.
Rent those RVs, and we can pool together and go as a group, and we can take 10 or 12 people and go to some of these big races and just make a way of it.
We'll be the guys standing out in front of the ticket booth with a sign that says "We'll work for tickets."
Yeah, that always works. That always works. I like the idea.
We were discussing schedules. I just popped up with the 2024 ASA Southern Super Series schedule. It's like about a dozen dates starting on and we talk about not having any kind of a break. The first race is going to be on the 20th of January, about 3 weeks from now, 3 to 4 weeks from now, at the Watermelon Capital Speedway, Cordell. Then New Smyrna on the 13th of February, back here at Five Flags on the 24th of March, and straight up to Montgomery on the 13th for a race at Montgomery Motor Speedway. Then back here on the 26th for Five Flags. And here's a nice double hitter, because they have Five Flags on the 26th of April and immediately followed by Mobile International Speedway on the 27th.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Back to back from here into Mobile.
Yes.
What a weekend. Oh, folks, get ready for that one.
Circle that one on your calendar.
No doubt.
And then Hickory Motor Speedway on the 23rd of May. Back here on the 28th of June, Five Flags to Nashville on the 13th of July. Watermelon Capital again on the 10th of August. Back here at Five Flags on the 28th of September. And then they wrap it up with a non-points event at Nashville on the 3rd of November. That's quite a schedule. It's not too scattered out either, so if you're local to the area, you could get to all those events without a problem. We'll look forward to that. And once again, that also qualifies you for a entry into the Snowball Derby, which, as we have witnessed in years past, is pretty darn important if you want to get there and you have the least little bit of difficulty getting there on that extremely high pressure Friday night when you qualify. Or in this case, it wasn't Friday night. It was actually a different time, thanks to Mother Nature. But, it's always a very much of a pressure cooker trying to get there and trying to get into the race. So good luck with that.
Yeah, and one of those names that I hate to, kind of back up a little bit, but, it was just really just an episode of bouncing back and just throwing some things out that aren't really racing related, but they are. Right. As far as results go from a big race. We did the Gateway race, but, Gavin Bichelle is one of those Rackley War members that came down and tried his luck during the Derby week. And he's coming from the Kevin Swindell, the Swindell Speed Lab. He'll be out in Oklahoma vying for another win. If I'm not mistaken, another win in that Chili Bowl out there in the SageNet Center, which it's indoor dirt race. But Gavin Bichelle will be back in 2024, 15-year-old now. I'm going to get that out there, 15-year-olds. With sprint car experience, back with Rackley War. In their late model program for 2024, we look for some big things coming out of that stable.
Well, speaking of young drivers and old drivers and just everybody that wants to get involved in something huge, it has been, we've already done this once. Let's just do it again. We're discussing the 2024 ASA Stars National Tour, and there's no telling who we might see in that particular situation of that competition for the National Tour Championship. But they will be starting off once again pretty early because on Tuesday, February 13th, their first date is at New Smyrna. Then they come home, to us anyway, at Five Flags on the 24th of March, 23rd of May. Take a little bit of a break there because the next event is at Hickory Motor Speedway on Thursday, May 23rd. Madison International Speedway will host an event on Friday, June 14th. Then the Milwaukee Mile, that would be an interesting one to watch.
Yeah,
there.
It is.
On June 16th. Anderson Speedway, once again, interesting to say the least, on July 20th. And then Owasso Speedway, Saturday, August the 17th. Toledo Speedway on September 14th. Some of these storied tracks in this area, well, throughout the nation, I'll put it like that. Then Winchester on October 13th, and they wrap the entire thing up on November 3rd on a Sunday at Nashville. Again, some very historic tracks that this event is going to be hitting between, February and November. Should be fun.
Yeah, I look forward to that. And that's another one of those big names. Maybe we'll see, Gavin Bichelle with that Rackley War team coming in along with some others. That first year that ASA started, with the names that came in and was consistent about running that whole entire schedule.
Right.
And you look at the Ty Majeski with the Truck Series schedule and all he's got going on with PR and, you name it. He was still able to come away with the championship. Right. And I don't know, maybe he's going to lure some other big names in there to do the same thing. We'd like to see that. Maybe Grant Enfinger or something. Man, that would be awesome.
We never know. I mean, you just don't, you can't tell who's going to be there, and you hopefully they have scheduled enough time and enough energy and enough funding to make all the races, because that is one that will be a huge crown to take away at the end of the year.
And we've got to mention this. It just came across and I forgot about it, and it's shame on me. But the Story Bleich Roofing team, local team, went to Atlanta on the road course. They took 2 cars up there, and I think they had Garrison, Ryan Bleich, Garrison Story, Ryan Bleich, Blaze Boykin, and Heath Ewell. And I think Marcus went up there and spent some time behind those Crown Vics and the 24-hour of lemons.
Not 24 hours of lemons.
Right. Lemons. The 2.5 mile road course. And I think it was raining the entire time. They took the team up there with 2 cars and had a blast.
No doubt. Going left and right. Now imagine that. I mean, if you're not used to doing that, could be a little interesting, and you can't emphasize left side weight on something like this. Your car's got to have balance. You must have balance, Grasshopper.
Yeah, I'm seeing that Rain-X was their friend.
Yes.
Yep. The Crown Stocks completed 2. The 24 hours of lemons with both cars taking a checkered flag.
Oh wow!
No breakdowns, no car issues. 275 laps with a 2.5 mile course. Congratulations, guys. I mean, Ryan Bleich, Garrison Story, Blaze Boykin, Heath Ewell, and Marcus getting behind the wheel and, man, having some fun in the rain.
Yeah, did they have to have pit stops? That's all I want to know. I guess it depends on how big of a fuel cell you were. Well, I don't know. They might not even be allowed to use fuel cells. Who can say?
I don't think they did anything to the car. Just loaded up on the trailer, took it. I don't think other than the number changes. I see that some of the cars had to make per, I guess, rules or regulations there the entries go. But I see there must have. I mean, they got 2 or 3 different classes that ran. Yeah. Kind of like the 24 hours. They have 2 or 3 classes that run at one time, and well, I can't. That's awesome, guys.
In the rain, how much fun was that?
Yeah, 24 hours of lemons. That's just funny.
That sounds like a good time was had by all. There's no doubt about it. Looks like somebody's running a Porsche GT or something in that class.
Yeah, the Mitsubishis.
I see a Trans Am. Oh boy, bring what you brung and hope you brung enough. I guess.
Yeah, what an event that would have been. Oh yeah, to be able to witness that and even the soaking wet rain. Do you find out and the experience they come back with that too. Yeah. Now they get to go around an oval on a dry track. There's no telling what they're going to do now.
Oh, no, God. I know how to turn right. That's got to be something you can put in your scrapbook forever. No doubt about it.
Yeah. Well, congratulations, guys. I know you guys are ecstatic and then can't wait to get back up there and do that again. And maybe that stirred something up in Marcus's mind. And, we know that from being around him. It doesn't stop.
No.
Maybe they can do something like that here. Maybe a 12-hour of lemons at 5 Flags.
Yeah. He's talked about a lot of things. One thing that I know he discussed when we had him on the show was that he wanted to come up with some kind of a combined set of rules and a championship for the Crown Vics. And not just a local championship, a multi-track championship, as it were. And I would like to see how that was going to work out. And I'm hoping they're still working on that as we speak.
Yeah, that's going to be a big series too, with even Mobile coming on board.
Yes.
I'd like, maybe a double header. A lot of them are going to be like when I say double header, I mean like a big double header. I know they're going to be running Friday, Saturday night anyway.
Right. Yes.
But a double header special.
Right.
Like like best average finish from Friday and Saturday night in both tracks or something, bonus prize or something. Yeah. But I expect that class to be doing something like that from here on out.
They will just continue to get bigger and bigger because the cars are very popular. They're getting very hard to find. I know that because you look around and, well, that one's gone.
Yeah, that boneyard's empty.
Yes, it is.
Because that's really where they're coming from.
Yeah, literally.
All your local law enforcement, they bring their fleets in just like golf courses with new carts.
Right.
Out goes the old ones, in comes the new.
Yeah.
What do they do with the old ones? They fill up a 40-acre field full of, Crown Vic Interceptors or P71s and all that. And if those are even the same thing, I'm not sure. I don't know whole in and out of the Crown Vic stuff, but right. Once they find out they're all there, they go to the auction, they get all bought up, and then.
Well, I know where there's one at. I know where there is one, and I'm not saying because I don't want to get away before I get a chance to at least see what the situation is with it. If it's going to be sold or not, it's just sitting there right now. So
I guess we'll just have to wait and see for that.
Yes.
What color is it?
Well, it is a police car, so
don't give it away. Don't give it away.
So more than likely, it's pretty obvious what color it is.
Well, we look forward to that, and I know that's just going to continue to grow along with everything else in 2024. And
speaking of growth in 2024, if you're looking for a career growth, we just ran across this and just want to have a little bit of fun with it because some of these names of these positions you can get at these various and sundry camps are just kind of ridiculous. Some of them are pretty easy. Technical director, the Legacy Motor Club, shop foreman, Legacy Motor Club. Engine Program Support Coordinator at Hendrick Motorsports. Okay, put that on one T-shirt.
Yeah, apply today.
Yes, by all means, apply. But that one, that one's really simple compared to. Well, this is not too bad. Senior Vehicle Dynamics Engineer, Stuart Haas. If you want to go for that, if you happen to be qualified. Let's see which one. This is the one I love the most.
Almost a tongue twister.
Yes, it is. The Motorsports Aerodynamics IndyCar Aero Performance Tech Specialist. Yeah, try to get that on that little line.
Yeah,
yes, not going to happen. That's just some of the jobs. If you happen to be qualified, get out there and get with them. And they are available on different websites, and you can apply. And we wish you the best of luck.
Yeah, race interior mechanic.
Oh, of course,
race interior mechanic. Now, I mean, I don't know how you put that together, but the candidate should be able to multitask and meet tight deadlines with a team-oriented environment.
No doubt.
The ideal candidate should have the ability to install, repair, adjust, and disassemble all interior-related systems and components.
Yes.
Including, but not limited to, seat and steering wheel modifications, air conditioning modifications, electrical wiring, and related interior systems.
And as we well know, these things get destroyed on regular occasions. You'll be building these a lot.
Yeah, well, I'm sure, going to your superior saying, okay, well, just get what you need.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Yes. Tools, we got them all.
Marketing Communications Manager for 23. How do you 23XI? Is that how you say that?
Yes.
Okay. Partnership Account Manager for 23XI. Apply today. These are all applications that are through Racing America.
Right.
You can click the link, and then if you happen to be a candidate for any of these, a coordinator, the event operations at NASCAR, Richmond Raceway, that's also there. Look, Racing America, we don't mention too much, but we have to this time.
Yes.
Motorsports Aerodynamic IndyCar Aero Performance Tech Specialist. Got to take the top of the cake right
absolutely.
there. Mm-hmm. I am applying just to apply. So I think I'm good enough for that.
Hey, if you're qualified, get after it. That's all I can tell you. Yeah. Oh, boy. Well, we've gotten pretty far out in the woods if we're starting to talk about jobs. We can't even get through the entire name. So, oh, boy. We're having some fun now.
It is. It's a Short Track Guys podcast stumble episode.
Yes.
We have a race under our belt. We're getting ready for 2024.
Yes.
I look for some different structure ideas from outside sources here we can throw.
Right.
Looking for a lot of growth for Short Track Guys podcast here in 2024. We haven't come up with the New Year's resolutions, but we're not quite there yet.
Yeah, no, but it is most important that we do wish our entire audience a Merry Christmas. We're not going to the Happy Holidays, politically correct crap.
Right. It is Merry Christmas.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
And next week, we'll probably be getting into the Happy New Year. So,
yep. Merry Christmas to all our listeners. Thank you, Story and Bleich Roofing, for your support in 2023, and we look forward to 2024 and all that you have in store with that class out here locally in our backyard at Five Flags Speedway and Mobile and beyond. It's very exciting to look forward to, and McDonald Muffler, I know they will be excited to get back on board come early part of March when the season starts and rolls around. We don't want to forget them and thank them for their support.
Absolutely.
And we look forward to continued support from our listeners and new sponsors. And we've got...
Get the merch.
We've got, get some merch, got the shirt, the hat. We've got everything with the garb to make you look like a race fan.
Yeah. You can be sporty.
Yep. And a lineup in January we're working on right now, but I can give you a hint. It could be the 26th. It could be a guy named Junior Niedecken.
Could be.
And I think we have lined up Grant Empinger possibly in January to coming up. We've got to finalize the dates on those and get that out. But that's going to be a big January for us, and we're excited to put all that together for you guys.
Yes, indeed we are. Can't wait.
So that'll be a wrap on this Wednesday with Ted Baber Video Productions. The only short track guy in the studio with the host, Thomas Faddis. Short Track Guys Podcast, episode 16 in our third season.
All right.
So thank you, everybody. Have a Merry, Merry Christmas, and we will talk to you next week with some more race jargon.
Yes.
And we're going to sign off with just the two of us on a 1, 2, 3. Let's go, Brandon.
Be strong, America.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for listening.